Kiarna jumps in. You do nothing but lie. And Stacy and Kiarna, the only time you get heated is when it's about me. Like, and that's true. I mean,
Yes. Yes. 100%. I don't know what they're doing with Stacy. They're trying too hard and it's landing flat every time. It's almost like it makes you like Stacy more where you don't even mind the lies.
welcome to We Wine Whenever. Grab your glass and join 3 Jersey Shore housewives, Wendy, Kelly, and Lori, as they dive into everything from Bravo drama to life's everyday chaos. It's unfiltered, it's hilarious, and it's the real talk you've been waiting for, from relationship to pop culture. We drink wine whenever, and we hope you do too. Don't forget to subscribe and give us a 5-star review. Cheers! Welcome to We Wine Whenever. I'm Wendy.
I'm Kelly.
We are talking about Real Housewives of Potomac, Season 10, Episode number 8, Pride and Pettiness. Yeah, I agree with that title.
Totally agree.
I agree.
I have a question for the listeners. My question is there anybody out there who doesn't think Giselle and Ashley are acting like jackasses, where they're not showing anything of their real lives and they're just coming for Stacy over and over again and it's falling flat every time? So my question to the listeners is there anybody out there who disagrees with that? Because the census I'm getting on social media is that people agree with that.
Yeah, that's exactly what's happening. They have nothing going
Yes.
on, so they're just going after Stacy. And Stacy's taking it like a champ. So,
She sure is.
yeah,
She
good
sure
for her.
is. Yep.
So we pick up where we left off when Monique shows up at the Pride and Kiarna starts with saying to Monique, oh, Stacy said that, she's seen you around. And Giselle's like, no, it wasn't Monique. It was Chris Samuels. Oh, she's like, oh yeah, that's right. Chris, she's been dating Chris. And meanwhile, Stacy's just standing there, just looking like not saying anything. And
Right.
Monique's like, I've been divorced almost 2 years. I don't care.
Yeah.
Which was
She's
the
like,
right answer.
I would expect that you would be dating by now.
Right. Exactly. And in her confessional, she said, my ex is an ex for a reason. So I'm good with whatever she wants to do
Yeah.
as long as she's good with the children.
Yep. And this is why we love Monique. I'm so glad she's back.
Yeah. Yeah. And then so they couldn't get her there. So then Ashley brings up Stacy's cannabis line because the Monique thing fell flat. So now let's go over to cannabis. Being named a Nigerian name, she's saying it's a little shady. And they ask what the name is. And she says Shayo. And then when Wendy said, well, as your friend, if you're going to name it a Nigerian name, you're going to need to pronounce it correctly. And Tia jumped right all over that too. And I loved how Stacy, well, thank you, my Nigerian sisters. Thank you.
Yep. Yep.
And
again,
Giselle's
Wendy
laughing.
and Stacy had already had this conversation.
Yes.
So
Yep.
Ashley, come on. Come on.
Exactly.
How about they put GNA on the float and Giselle didn't even know why? And what the fuck is GNA right now? Like, are you a clothing line? Are you a health and fitness thing? Like, what's GNA now? Because you got your big ass name on that float.
Right. I mean, the last thing it was when they were raising money for her father. They were right.
A health and fitness, wellness.
Yeah. But it was, nobody knows.
They need to go check on their businesses and stop checking on Stacy.
Yeah.
That's what Giselle and Ashley need to do.
That's exactly what they need to do. So then after the parade, they all sit down and Giselle says to Monique like that she didn't expect to see her here, but she felt like her energy was good. So she's kind of saying it's okay that you're here because me, Giselle, the queen bee, thinks you've got good energy.
Right. Nobody gives a fuck, Giselle.
Yeah. And then Wendy asked her, like what's been going on? And she's like, well, she really goes into some details about, what happened with her marriage.
She sure does. I like when she said they had a good image.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, because I think she was being really honest here. And I think that they did. They did have a good image. So.
Yeah. I agree. I totally agree. And she even went so much as to say, listen, she wasn't being loved properly. And I applaud her.
Yes.
I applaud her. And Monique said to Giselle, I remember when you and I went to France and you said, yeah, something to me that stuck with me is that whenever you're dating someone who's in the limelight, like there could only be one star in the relationship. So, you might want to watch out for that, which I don't know if that's true, to be honest with you. I don't know if that's true. I think you can have two stars, but
I think you can, but there has to be a mutual respect, and I don't think Monique
yeah,
had that with Chris,
right.
because if Chris had any balls about him, he would have checked his mother a long time ago. No
100%.
man would allow their mother to speak to their wife the way that woman did, and that
No,
proved he had no respect for his wife. None.
yeah, I totally agree. I totally agree. So then Tia says to her, like, well, what was the straw that broke the camel's back? And she said, well, whenever he seems like he wants something, he gets a little bit nicer to me. So, one day, he wanted something. So when I was done, he rolled over and she said she felt nothing. And she looked at him and she said, this is the last time you'll ever enter me. And she never looked back. I was like, good for her.
Good for her.
Yep. Good
That
for
must be a
her.
horrible, horrible feeling, especially as a wife with your husband.
Yeah.
I mean, shit, we've all had, one night stands where it's like, damn, I do that. But when you're
Right.
with your husband, like that's a
Yeah.
horrible way to leave the situation feeling.
Yeah, definitely. And if I remember correctly, when Monique and Chris were on, they were going to counseling, right? Weren't they doing counseling on the show? Like they had the pastor come to the house?
Yeah, I think it was a pastor. Yeah. I think at some point, maybe before they had the baby, before they had Chase, or maybe right after,
Mhm.
because, and they showed a flashback. She was like, we don't date. Like, we don't go out
Right.
on dates. And if we do, I'm planning it.
Right.
Which, I mean, I do think, maybe there are some, well, Timo's planning his dates, sending those evites,
That's
but
right.
typically I do think it's the wife, the mother going out of, planning it, but whatever, that's what she wanted, and he obviously
Yeah.
didn't step up for it, so.
Yeah. I applaud her for one, for coming back, and two, for coming back and being so real, you
Mhm.
know?
Yeah.
Just
First
just
episode
being
back,
real.
she yeah, yeah. Yep.
So the next thing we see is Angel and Bobby. They pull up to this house that they're looking at, and the realtor's there. It is $3.25 million, 4 bedrooms, 6 bathrooms. And the only thing I wrote about the house besides that is that it had bright green kitchen cabinets. I
It
was
did.
like, I like a green. I like a green, but I don't know that I would like bright green kitchen cabinets.
Yeah, yeah, that was a bold choice. Listen, I'm not gonna comment on anyone's physical appearance. I think Angel is a beautiful woman, but I don't know who told her to wear that dress.
I didn't, you know what? I didn't even notice the dress.
It wasn't a good dress. It
Were her
wasn't a good
boobs were her
dress.
boobs hanging out?
Just it looked like, remember, like, back in, like, the early '90s, it was like you wore a white T-shirt and then, like, a baby doll dress over it, like,
Yes.
it was very
Yes.
90210. It
Okay.
looked like that, but it was one dress that looked like it was a T-shirt with it just
Okay.
was
Yeah. Yeah.
not. I mean,
Wasn't
you're a real
flattering.
housewife now. No, what it wasn't,
Right.
definitely wasn't flattering, and it looked cheap. It looked cheap.
Hmm.
She needs a stylist.
Yeah, that could be. That could be.
I just
But
don't
listen,
wanna
it's her
see
first
her get
season.
Giselled, you know what I mean, with the
Gosh.
fashion.
Yeah, it is her first season though. So I
Yeah,
think,
yeah, she'll
a
learn.
lot of housewives the first season, they don't know. I mean, I think thinking back, like Denise Richards' first season was iconic. Like she just showed up as her,
Oh, yeah,
went on a
jeans and a
girls trip
T-shirt, like, every
with her
time.
jean shorts and her t-shirt. And she's like, what do you mean we have to dress up?
Yeah, 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 you're right. But with that said, I do think Angel is a beautiful woman,
Yeah, no, she absolutely is.
and this has no no, I'm not commenting on her physical appearance, she's gorgeous.
So she's talking to the realtor. She's like, I wonder if they'll, let any of the stuff go. And she's like, well, they're relocating. So I'm sure, they don't want to have to take it with them. And she also lets us know that it took her 4 years to find the house that they had in Colorado. That's a long time. That is a
It is a
long
long time,
time.
but I guess when you're spending that much money, you wanna take your time.
I guess so. I guess so.
It is 4 years is a long time, though.
Yeah. And then she sits down at the house with Bobby and she starts telling them about Giselle and, the catfish comment and
Didn't
how
we
she
already
felt.
get past this, though? Like, didn't she
I
already
know.
address this with Giselle?
She did, but I guess now she has to fill Bobby in on it. Like, I just feel like why do we have to talk about this
Yeah,
every
and why is
episode?
she bringing Wendy into it? Like, you clearly just have a problem with Wendy. And I don't know if you just came in like that. I don't know if you're doing this on behalf of Kiarna, but it's just not landing. It's like fake
Yeah.
beef. It's not landing.
No, it's not. It's definitely not. The next thing we see is Giselle, Ashley, Tia, and Kiarna all meet up for lunch. And Giselle announces that her podcast, Reasonably Shady, has met a milestone of 10 million downloads, which I will say is very impressive.
That's very impressive.
And that they've been
I am not
nominated.
one of those downloads, but that is very impressive.
I will admit I have downloaded a couple episodes. Not a lot, but I have downloaded a couple. They were also nominated for the NAACP Image Award. So good for them. Good
Yeah,
for them.
for sure.
So
For sure.
she's letting them know because she's going to be having a party. Okay, that's great that you're having a party. It'd be nice if your co-host was at your party, but
Sure would have been nice.
that's really bizarre.
Like,
I
if you're
mean,
gonna throw a fake party, Giselle, throw a fake party where all parties involved are gonna attend. If you're gonna
yeah,
just make shit up now,
yeah.
make up something else, because having a
Make it a
party for
GNA.
your 10 million yeah, exactly, download and your co-host doesn't show up, that's, you know, that's pretty jacked up.
Yeah. Really is. So then Kiarna says when they left Pride, Cookie called her and she said, Chris Samuels is calling me. He's very upset because he feels like Monique was trash talking him. And she's like, well, that didn't happen. And they're like, well, who told her? Well, it must have been Stacy. It must have been Stacy that told him. So Cookie does not like Stacy. And now we find out that Cookie is going to be at the party for the podcast that the co-host is not going to be at.
So now Housewives has not only turned into some bullshit bringing the husbands into it. Now Housewives has turned into bullshit where we're bringing the ex-husbands into it by some fucking jacked up spokesperson for Karen Huger. Like, I don't
Yeah.
ever need to see Cookie on my screen again.
I know. I know. Because of the next scene, when we see Wendy talking to Monique, we
Huh?
find out that Monique introduced Karen to Cookie.
Mm-hmm.
And Monique does not roll with Cookie because she knows who she is.
Yep. She met her at Chris's party.
Yeah.
And she said she has her reasons for staying away from Cookie. And she did say that I forget who the guy was, but Cookie said that was her father and it wasn't. Who lies about who their father is?
Yes.
That's what I'm saying,
Exactly.
Cookie. Go back
Yes.
to wherever the fuck you came from, Cookie.
Yes.
I mean,
Listen,
I'm sorry, but it's an ambush on Stacy and it's stupid.
I know. I know. It's like they couldn't get. They have tried everything. First, it was the husband. Then it was the divorce. Or no,
Yeah.
first it was TJ. Then it was the divorce. Then it was the ex-husband that they're dating. Then it was Chris Samuels.
Yeah.
That now, and also now it's the cannabis.
Right. Enough.
Really?
What the
It's
fuck do you have
exhausting.
going on in your life? Show us what you have going on in your life and leave Stacy alone. You know, remember when Robin and Giselle and I don't know, I guess it was Ashley, but they went and brought the pizza to Karen's house to prove that
Yes.
Karen was like. Meanwhile, Robin, wasn't sharing anything about her real life and lied to her boss on national television. Wonders why she got fired. But, like, you're bringing a pizza to Karen's house to prove that she doesn't live in that house. Meanwhile, you were lying the whole time. Like, what are Giselle and Ashley? They're bringing nothing to the show. So are you bringing nothing to the show because you're boring as fuck and you don't belong here? Or do you have something else going on that you don't want somebody else knowing about? So you keep coming for Stacy. Like, it's so tired. Like, enough.
Yeah, it's deflection,
Yes.
deflection.
Yes.
I mean, not only did Robin lie to Andy, but then she finally told the story on Patreon.
On Patreon, so people had to pay for it.
Right.
Like, you
Talk about
greedy
yeah.
bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she was
I
at
don't
BravoCon. Robin was at BravoCon.
She was, I guess, for Reasonably Shady because they were probably interviewing people, right? Like 2
No,
T's?
no, Traders. She was on Traders.
She was?
I th
She
I'm
was on
almost positive.
Traders?
I'm almost positive. Yes, 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 she was on Traders.
Man, bravo. You really like
Yep,
to
yep.
reward the bad behavior, don't you? You wonder why people are going to jail and stealing to keep up with lifestyles because Bravo's like, "Okay, go ahead. You go to jail and then you can come back on the show."
You know what's interesting is I saw a clip on, Instagram today. Robin and Giselle were talking on Reasonably Shady about Mia getting arrested for the furniture, and the interesting thing about it is Giselle was, like, all over Mia and not giving her any grace, and Robin had, like, a different opinion about it, which I thought, well, that was kind of interesting that
Yeah,
she
because
was going against Giselle, you know?
right, right.
Whatever.
You know what, Giselle, man, karma really is a bitch. It can get you. It might get you,
Yeah.
Giselle. You might really wanna watch that shit, talking about Mia like that. I don't know. I feel bad when I hear stories like that. I'm certainly not gonna start making fun of it.
No, because listen, if you're moving out in the middle of the night with furniture, like, maybe something was going on. Like, that's not
Yeah,
I mean, you're not sneaking. I mean, you are
yeah.
sneaking, but, like, I don't know. I feel like there's
It's
gotta
just
be
that
more to that story.
yeah, like, don't you feel bad? Don't you have some empathy for the fact that she's going through whatever she's going through? You were a
Right.
first lady of a church for crying out loud. You don't you're not sensitive to this at all? She's just not a nice person, Giselle. Just put her up there with Tamara and Teresa, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah. So Wendy says, well, she's talking to Monique that she likes Stacy. She thinks that she's a good person, but she feels like she also said she has a sweetheart. She feels like all the girls are ganging up on her, which they
Yeah,
are.
they
And
are.
I like that Wendy can see that. I do. I like that she
Yeah.
is there to have her back.
Well, listen, she's been the recipient of it as well when they came after her with the witch hunt saying Eddie was cheating on her. You know,
Yeah.
all these women have been through it. And quite honestly, Ashley was the recipient of it from Robin and Giselle too. So the fact that she's, Giselle's go to girl now is kind of ridiculous.
Yeah. Well, she had to. What else was Giselle gonna do? So then the next thing we see is Stacy and Timo and Arabella. They're there for her swimming practice. That they're doing a lot of things together, and he's still doing her Evite dates. And I love that actually. I'd be quite honest with you. I like it.
I do. I just thought that there was something very off about them.
Well, I mean, listen, I don't know if it's because he's German, and nothing against German people, but it's a different culture, and to have the camera there, and
Yeah. I feel like we said that about TJ.
we did, but I think it was a different
Is
off.
everyone who's in a relationship with Stacy just awkward
Yeah, could be.
or a fake relationship with Stacy? I don't know, whatever it is, fake, real, whatever it is.
Yeah. I mean, I thought it was interesting that she invited Tia there to meet Timu because she just doesn't feel comfortable letting the other women meet him yet. But Tia is Giselle's friend. Like, I feel like you are trusting the wrong person.
Yeah. I mean, if you think that she's not gonna go back and tell Giselle things, you're crazy.
Right. Right.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
So then they invite her to go to dinner together with Timo, and he's like, "Oh no, I'm leaving tomorrow for business." And then she winds up going to dinner a little later on in the episode with Wendy and Eddie and Tia and her husband. And Tia says to them, Stacy, she felt comfortable introducing Tia to Timo, but she didn't feel comfortable introducing the other ladies. And of course, Wendy's going to feel a certain way about that,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, because
I
she's
mean,
been
because
very supportive of Stacy.
she has been. She has been. So Wendy calls her there on speakerphone and kind of puts her on the spot. And, I don't know. I thought it was awkward. I thought it was very awkward.
I feel like it was awkward too. Like, I mean, I understand Wendy being like whipping the phone out and being like, let's take care of this right now. And Stacy, I think she handled it actually pretty well. Like she apologized to Wendy and was like, well, I
Yeah.
didn't think Tia would do that. Like, And I don't know.
I mean, the problem lies in the fact that she said, well, he's leaving. Wait. Oh, no, he just got back or something? Because they said, we're out to dinner. And initially, he was just leaving. And then when they called, oh, he just got back.
Right.
So,
But she had also said he wasn't going to be back by Saturday when Giselle's party was.
right,
He was already
right,
back, but he just left
right.
this morning.
Yeah.
So
So,
obviously he didn't go anywhere.
right, right. He just doesn't want to be
And
there.
Stacey was lying.
Right, right. And they need to get that, they need to work on that. They
Yeah.
definitely need to work
Yeah.
on
For sure.
So Giselle's getting ready for her party, and her daughter Grace is there. She's helping her plan the event with her friend Brant. And that's when she lets us know that Robin's not going to be there because she doesn't feel comfortable about the way she left the show. You mean the way she was fired? Like,
Yeah.
she was
Though you
fired.
mean because she was fired.
Right.
Yes. She was fired
And
with a capital F for lying to her boss on national television, as she should be.
yes, she absolutely should be. It was
How about
interesting to
when
see
she
Wale.
asked Brant, how do we feel about Stacy? Why does Brant care about Stacy?
Yeah, that was weird, right?
Wasn't that weird?
Yes, that was very weird. But it was nice to see a Wale sighting from Love
Yes.
Hotel.
Why did Ashley get all jacked up when he came in? Because he had flowers for Giselle and not her?
He actually said the flowers were for Robin.
That's right. That's who okay.
They were for Robin. I don't know. I thought it was I don't know.
Because Ashley got all like, right? Is that what kind of set her off?
She
Something
did.
set her
She
off.
did. No, it was that. It was that. It was the flowers,
Well, it's
but they
not
were
your
for
party,
Robin.
Ashley. Why would he bring you flowers?
Right.
You
Right.
didn't check out of the hotel with him. You chose the old man, Ralph.
Right.
Why is he going to bring you flowers?
Yeah. I thought that was weird too. I thought that was
Mhm.
weird. And why is he bringing flowers to Robin and not Giselle? Especially since Robin's not even there.
I thought he gave them to Giselle and said the other ones were for Robin, but I could be wrong. I could be wrong.
Boy. So then Stacy arrives with Wendy and Eddie. They get there together, and Vivian was there too. And
Yeah, I
Vivian
forgot
is
about that whole thing.
yeah, she's that friend that put Stacy in the same dress as Ashley
Yeah.
that they went to the dress shop for the dog event,
Yes.
right?
Yeah. And Cookie
So
shows up.
yep, Cookie shows up. Stacy says to Wendy that she wants to talk to her and Tia, and while they're talking, Giselle walks up. Like, she didn't need to be a part of that conversation.
Not even a little tiny bit.
So then Tia says to Stacy, I took time to get to know you. I get up at 5:00 in the morning and I went to meet with you when I was there, I invited you to dinner. And Stacy said, yeah, and you invited my husband and he declined. Stacy said, my husband was flying out the next night. The problem with you is that you're a liar, Tia said. And I was like, oh, I've given you the benefit of the doubt. So I think, like I said, Tia and Giselle, like, Tia came on because she's Giselle's friend.
Yep.
So
Yep.
Giselle said to her, you have to call her out on this. And that's why
Mhm.
Giselle walked up so that she could be there to witness this
Make
whole.
sure Tia did what she told her to do.
Right. Right. Which is horrible. Again, I'm over this. I'm so over it. They need to do something else. They really do.
For real. Because then Kay comes over and says Monique shared her thoughts on her marriage, and then Stacy left and called Chris to tell him. And Wendy's like, "Why are we doing this? Like, what
Yeah.
are we doing? Why are we doing this?" And Cookie yelled at Wendy. She said to Wendy, "Don't act stupid, Cookie. First of all, girl, I'm not going to say it. Just get off
No,
the
don't
show.
say it. Don't say
I'm
it.
not saying it. I'm not saying it. I'm not saying it." But I was happy when Wendy said she met with Monique, and Monique said that Cookie was going to trash talk her.
Yep. Yep. She said she'll just trash people.
Mhm.
And Wendy
And if we're
said,
going
I
to
think
talk about Monique, Monique should be here. Yeah.
then Stacy pointed her finger at Cookie and said, and Cookie's like, don't point your finger at me. And I was like, boy, what is with that? I don't like when that happens.
Uh-uh.
And Kiarna jumps in. You do nothing but lie. And Stacy and Kiarna, the only time you get heated is when it's about me. Like, and that's true. Like,
Yes.
I mean,
Yes. Yes. 100%. I don't know what they're doing with Stacy. They're trying too hard and it's landing flat every time. It's almost like it makes you like Stacy more where you don't even mind the lies because you're like,
It's
these
true.
they're acting like assholes.
They really are.
Especially Giselle and Ashley. But listen, Kiarna, they're
I
gonna
know
learn the
she has.
hard way.
Yep. Kiarna has to jump in and she's like, I wouldn't trust you around my husband. And Stacey, well, that's good because you don't have one.
That was excellent. And
And the
Wendy
look
was
on
like,
Wendy's face.
"Ooh." Yeah. That's the thing, man. Stacy stays unscathed through all of this. She does not
Hmm.
look affected at all. She does a great job, Stacy.
She really does do a great job. She really does.
But I think what's gonna happen is if Kiarna stays on the show and she keeps doing this for Giselle and Ashley, it's gonna be an Emily Simpson, Tamra Judge thing. Emily did Tamra's dirty work for long enough, and now she's like, "You know what? I'm not doing it anymore." And look at Tamra, the cornered rat, coming at her now.
Yeah. We're going to have to wait and see what happens. But I think that they need to do something else because this is getting so old.
Yeah, how about talk about your own damn lives? Maybe
Right.
that's what you should do because 'cause you're getting paid a lot of money to be on this show.
Hmm.
I'm just so tired of the listen, obviously, we want a little drama, we want some cat fights, but, it's just too like, it just goes to such a dark place.
It does. It really does. And it doesn't need to.
Mm-mm.
It doesn't need to.
Like, I think it was Margaret Josephs was being questioned at BravoCon by somebody, and she was like, what do you want to happen?" She's like, "I just want it to be fun again." Like, of course, we need a little drama, like, make fun of what I'm wearing, make fun of my hair, my makeup, whatever, but the dark, you know, family stuff, like, it's just
Hmm.
nobody wants to watch it. Nobody enjoys watching that.
It's very true. Nobody enjoys that. Nobody
Yeah.
enjoys that. So I wanted to bring up Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. We are going to cover it. I wanted to bring it up because Dancing with the Stars, we're getting to the finale, and two of the Mormon wives were on Dancing with the Stars. They've both been voted off.
Oh, they have.
Yes. So who is left right now is Alex Earl, Jordan
I
Childs,
can't believe
Dylan Efron, Robert Irwin, and Elaine Hendricks. So Elaine Hendricks is from Freaky Friday. And Robert Irwin is obviously,
Steve Irvin's son.
yes. Yeah. And he was there when his sister Bindi competed 10 years ago. His sister won 10
Wow.
years ago. I think he's gonna win. I think it's either gonna be Robert Irwin or Alex Earl who's gonna win.
Thought Zac Efron's brother would win.
Dylan, he's good, but not as good as those 2. I mean, Robert Irwin is 21 years old. He's never danced before in his life. Like, he is so good. He is so much like his father. You know how his father was so, like, peppy and jumpy, and
Yeah.
that is what his son is. Like, he's so good at the quick step, he's so good at the jive, he's so good at these ballroom dances because he's just so animated and energetic,
Yeah.
and it just comes
Yeah.
across.
He brings that energy.
Yeah,
Well,
he
that's
really
nice. I'm
does.
happy to hear it. And I
Yeah,
mean,
so
Alex Earl, I mean, she's a Jersey girl, so we're,
yeah,
root for
yeah,
her for sure.
definitely will root for her. So what happened with the 2 Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, so the 2 that were there was Whitney. Now Whitney on season 2, had a very rough time with the other wives because she kept quitting. Like, she would, like, step away from them, she would leave the group, she would leave the mom talk, and then at the reunion that they had for season 2, they announced that she was going to be on Dancing with the Stars along with Jen Affleck, her co-star. But what we didn't know, because we hadn't seen season 3, but they were already filming it, it had already been filmed, when they had the season 2 reunion, is that she came back. When season 3 starts, Whitney's not on. She's not on. And Jen Affleck is on, like, a mental health break. She's not on either. And we find out that they all auditioned for Dancing with the Stars, but Whitney came back specifically to audition for Dancing with the Stars. And one of the things that they say, because I've only watched the first episode so far of season 3, is that she made a demand, which is why she's not on it, that she didn't want more money for the next season. She wanted to go to the Oscars, and she wanted to be in a scripted series.
Wait, who did this demand?
Whitney.
She's like the
So
least likable one, isn't she?
She really is. She really is. So what happened was during Dancing with the Stars, first of all, she's got a degree, like she's got a degree in dance. She was dancing her whole life. She actually competed competitively in dance with Robert Irwin's professional dancer. So she's at that level. She's at that level. So she is
And
very
well,
good.
she didn't do well because
Well, she got voted off once Hulu dropped Secret Lives of Mormon Wives because they dropped the whole season. And they saw,
right.
like, what her motive was and why she was there. And, the fans are a big part of it on Dancing with the Stars. It's not
Well,
about
that's
how
why
good
I'm
you are.
thinking she didn't do well, right?
Well, she did well until it dropped because it just recently dropped on Hulu. That being said, after she got voted out, I believe she is in callbacks to do Chicago on Broadway right now. So she is kind of getting her wish. Like, she wanted to be able to be a professional dancer, and okay, so then go do that. Go follow your dream, you know?
Right. Right.
But we're gonna cover that.
Yeah.
We'll do a couple episodes at a time. I just wanted to give you a little, backstory of it and what's going on with it. And you guys can let us know, like, what are your thoughts on what we've discussed so far about the Whitney and the Secret Lives and the Dancing with the Stars crossover. It's really smart of these competition shows to bring in these people that have a following because it gets them
Sure.
a following. I mean, I watched Dancing with the Stars the very first season, and Bill and I used to watch it. My kids and I, like, we would watch it the whole family. And we
Yeah.
stopped watching it for a while because it just wasn't that good, the cast wasn't that great, and it was kind of falling off. But this season, every single episode, they say that they've gotten more votes than ever before. I mean, more people are voting for Dancing with the Stars than for the president of the United States.
I
I mean, how
believe it.
crazy is that? How crazy is that?
It's not crazy because I'll be honest with you, I don't know if I'm ever voting again. But that's not for the podcast because we don't
No,
get political on here. But,
no, 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 no. No politics.
can totally see it, and that's good.
Yeah.
That's listen,
Yeah, it's
do
good.
do what you want, people.
Yeah. So, yeah, I just wanted to put that little bit of information out there. I don't think I have anything
I
else.
was listening to Heather McDonald today recapping her BravoCon experience with Julie and
Okay.
Brandy. So funny. But, I bring it up because she was talking to them about Real Housewives of Rhode Island, and I didn't realize that one of the new housewives was on The Bachelor.
But yes, I did know that. I did know
Yeah.
that. But it was like 10 it was a long time ago. I think it was like 10
It was a
years
long
ago.
time ago, and then she went on Bachelor in Paradise or something. She was on, like, 2 of them. So,
Mhm.
I just thought that was interesting when, you
Yeah,
mentioned a crossover. Oh.
yeah, no, it is interesting, and that's one of the things that they talked about too is, like, Bravo doesn't normally like to do the crossovers, but
Mhm.
listen, with all of the things that are going on, you're gonna kinda have to do where you're gonna pull from, right?
Yeah, I mean,
Like
there's so many shows on,
right,
and people
right.
are into it, so why not?
Yeah, exactly, exactly. I was listening to, I know you don't like her, Kristen Doty and her husband and Zach.
I actually do like Kristen now.
You do?
I really do. I think
Oh,
motherhood
wait,
has
before I forget, so the Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, that was also announced. So Nick Viall did the reunion, but the next reunion, Stassi Schroeder is doing it, which is great
yes.
news. I think she will be a great reunion host,
Did you see
especially
the new cast for the new Vanderpump? There's, like, literally a Stassi lookalike on there.
yes, I did. I did. I know.
I'm
I
not
know.
watching that. I'm definitely not watching that. I have no interest in watching the new Vanderpump Rules. I can't stand Lisa Vanderpump. I'm sorry. I know that's an unpopular opinion.
No,
People
I don't
love
think it
her.
is. No,
Just
I think people are sick
I'm
of
not
her.
into it. Yeah, I'm very sick of her. However, when I get to Vegas, which I think I want to plan for mine and Eric's 25th wedding anniversary next year, I will definitely go to one of her restaurants because her restaurants look amazing. Like the
Well, I went
decor,
to
the food,
yeah.
everything.
I went to Sir and I went to
Mhm.
Tom Tom, and they are amazing. So I would
Beautiful.
definitely recommend it. I would definitely
Yeah.
recommend it. So Kristen and they were talking about their experience in BravoCon too. And one of the things that what's Kristen's husband's name? Luke. Luke said that, he was in the airport and he was holding the baby and he was talking to Zach and Denise Richards came up to him and said, I feel like I know you. Like, I feel like I know all about you. And he's like, thinking to myself, oh my God, this is Denise Richards. Like, she knows who I am, right? Like, can you imagine?
That's
I was like,
great.
"Oh my god, that's so cool." And that's what they were talking about, like, all the great things that happened, and Kristen was talking about all the people that came up to her, with their fertility struggles and, like, their postpartum and, like, how she related to so many people, and she
Yeah.
just, like, laughed a lot, she cried a lot. Her and Lindsay, they got to spend a lot of time together because they really are friends. And
Yeah.
then she was talking about her James May T-shirt booth, and Zach was there and Jasmine, and they were standing there, and then all of a sudden, Kathy Hilton comes up, and she starts, like, picking up these shirts. She's like, "Oh my god, this is so cute. I love this." And she's, like, taking videos with it, and she's like, "I want this one. I want this one." And Kristen's like, "Oh my god, like, you can have, like, whatever you want. Like, you're Kathy Hilton." And then
Well, you gotta make her pay for her, Kristen. She's got more money than anybody.
before Kathy Hilton left, she grabbed Kristen's hand and she said, "Honey, we have to all support each other." And Kristen's
Aw,
like,
I'm sure she did pay for them.
"Well, I don't know if she did or she
I
didn't,
guess
but
maybe
she."
just her posting them alone was enough.
Exactly, that's enough
Yeah.
support, right? Right?
Yeah, yeah. That was nice.
So
That is
I
nice.
yeah, and she was talking about, like, all these nice experiences that they had, and I know it came out that Lindsay was fighting with Tom Sandoval and his girlfriend Victoria, but actually, she was reprimanding them for fighting.
Right. She was trying to calm the situation down.
Right, right.
She was not activated.
No. No, and
She was
no, she
trying
was
to
not.
stop the activation of them.
Yes, yes. So,
Poor
yes,
Lindsay tries to do a good thing and they turn it on her.
I have watched a couple of the panels too that were on, they popped up in my DVR. Some of them are good, it's interesting to see. We're
Yeah.
definitely we're going there in 2027. We will be there
Yeah.
at the Four
Yeah.
Seasons.
Yeah. You might have to hit some panels without me depending on who's on them, but we'll see. We'll see.
Alright, we'll see.
You know who I'm not going to see, that's for
I
sure.
do. I do. It's 2 years away. Who knows? You may
I
change your
know.
mind. You may ch
That's not gonna happen.
you you never know. Don't say never.
Alright. Yeah, I don't ever say never. I don't ever
Don't
say
say
never,
never.
but
Okay. We
I don't know
don't say
before I fail.
never, and we don't say hate. Those are 2 things we don't say.
Yeah, I've been trying to be better with that for sure. So,
Alright.
I don't know if we're going to, drop another one before Thanksgiving, so if we don't, happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Yes, happy Thanksgiving. Enjoy your families and your turkey and whatever your Thanksgiving traditions are.
Right, exactly.
Until next time, thank you for watching and listening. Please give us 5-star reviews and subscribe. Bye.
Bye.